All right, everyone. We are back at it. Thank you for joining us for today's 11th town hall. It was funny, we just had a quick conversation before we started here. We have this, the video plays in the beginning, and then we all join, and we have this standard setup. And then Kevin was like, the 11th time that we're doing this. So it's kind of crazy. Almost at 12 months in a row have we actually had this monthly town hall, an important event where we share some of the newest updates, some of the things that we're doing, a lot about the future, about what we've done, everything that you don't really see online necessarily, and of course, a few teasers and alphas here and there. So today, I'll hand over the microphone as always to you, Kevin. So
Thanks,
thank you
Mike.
for joining us.
Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, today we can finally give you the one word that you have been waiting for. The one word that will kickstart the next phase of our journey. Because today, ladies and gentlemen, we can announce and truly say that we are ready. We are ready to take the $16 trillion real-world asset tokenization and investment market, starting off with the real estate developers. We are ready to offer tailored products to these developers. And this is very, very huge. We have been working so hard in the background, planning, conceptualizing, doing the business model and all these things. And now finally, we are ready. The products are so brilliant and fits the developers so perfectly. And we can offer various concepts for the developers in all jurisdictions. So we are not only speaking Dubai and Middle East, it is globally ready, guys. So please think about this, what this means, that we can now produce offers in seconds and sell to any of the 451,000 developers worldwide in theory. This is where we are now after only almost 12 months. Yes. So it means we can go out now to the market. It means we can make offers. We can do specially tailored solutions for each developer. The biggest ones and the smaller ones, we have solutions for them all. Yeah. So what does this mean, guys? This means that we have actually successfully positioned ourselves now as one of the main players in the real-world asset tokenization and investment ecosystem. It means that we finally can go to market and show results for you all, something I know you all have been waiting for. It also means that the outlook of buybacks and burns is very plausible to happen in the weeks and months to come. Yeah. So, it also means we can scale now. It means we can focus on new areas, new markets, and really perfect what we already have, and really close also off all the meetings we have prepared in the Middle East, and hopefully come back strong with some good news soon. Yeah. So when we really look at the facts of where RWA Inc. are today, we are actually ahead of what we had hoped for. Because with these new meetings in Dubai set up, with the concept being ready, and with the platform being much stronger than we actually thought it was, and much more appealing, and with the new ideas and concepts that the team has been bringing into the real estate offering and play, we are far ahead of our roadmap in terms of being ready to close the real estate developers. Actually, that is despite the fact that we have been in the worst market, I think, in the history of Web3. We still managed to get to this point. So I know, guys, it has felt like every month has been a year waiting, but really we have not been sitting still. Every team member has been working very, very diligently and fast on completing all the tasks and all the milestones behind all this work. So we are now the brand of real estate tokenization and investment, and we will soon show you the results of all this work. So we are in the strongest position today.
Awesome, Kevin. Thank you so much for giving a bit of a fly-in on all of the things that are happening in the background, all of the cool stuff that we're doing that we can't share yet. And I know everybody is sitting on their, on their toes, being like, come on, when is it happening? When is it happening? But when you go to market with a product, with a real ecosystem, with something that people should be using on the global scale, something that needs to be regulated, something that needs to work with high professional business people, then you do things in a different way than you typically do in Web3. You actually have to do everything right. And right takes time. Right is not fast, but whenever it happens, it goes very well. So super exciting to hear that, of course, we have been progressing on all the real estate conversations. We have established the product in a way that it's scalable for the real estate developers, and we can finally start going to market and pick up these really, really important conversations. So let me talk a little bit about, the RWA Investor platform. We all know a lot about this. We've gone through this slide a lot of times, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this, but just a few things. On the advisory and acceleration, we've had about 9 different clients at this point that we've completed different advisory and acceleration tasks with. Some of them have TGE'd, some of them we've helped with fundraising, others we've helped with their product and go-to-market motions and other things like that. So all of this is things that are going on in the background that not every single one of you might see. Of course, all of this plays into revenues, plays into the growth of the business. The private investor platform, as you know, has also been able to bring out a few projects so far. Piggyzel, Backstage, we have Handle live right now. Piggyzel was able to bring a 7.5x on the listing. Backstage did not do exactly as we all expected, but luckily we're starting to see some growth in Backstage now with more awareness, more impact. And Handle is something that we are seeing some of the biggest investors out there actually being excited about. We are seeing in private, we're seeing very, very big brands, and I'm talking some of the biggest Web3 brands out there who are having conversations with the Handle team. So Handle is something that we personally believe a ton in, but of course, always do your own research. We are only here to provide you with an option to invest into projects. And again, as we've said before, the private investor platform is a proof of concept. It's a way to show the real estate developers that this technology actually works. They are not going to be guinea pigs. They are investing their stuff into very well-established and tested technology. So this is just the beginning, right? Like, this is not the end. This is a means to an end, right? So remember that when you see all of the things happening on the private investor platform. For the IDOs, we've had a single IDO with Backstage. We kind of decided not to pursue a lot of IDOs. And the reason was that we did not feel that the launchpad market is something that we need to spend our energy on. It's really a market that's being, it's been super exhausted. It's not really the same anymore. We do see certain ecosystems that are working quite well, and you can always think about new ways to redesign this. But what we ultimately want to be is a private investment platform where you can get really exclusive deals that you cannot get on the typical market. The trading section, as you know, you can trade our token on the platform, but we have not expanded it as much as we wanted to. The reason was really that we focused on the referral system, on Web2 friendliness, and on the new design and new expansion of the platform. And I'll get to that on the next slide, because on the next slide, we have some very, very interesting things about the future. Finally, the referral system, of course, went super well. We saw a lot of people using it up front. Now we just need to keep pushing it to market, keep igniting that understanding about the fact that you can actually get referrals. You can make, passive income on other people's great investments. We did, of course, see a 2.5x boost in the token price when it was that we launched the referral system, because there was a lot of excitement around that. And then we see a lot in the market happening afterwards. And we do know that everybody feels, hey, the token is not performing as we were expecting. neither is it to our expectations. So we are working hard on all of this. This is not something that we enjoy, right? Like we all want the same thing. We all play the same game. So we're in the same boat together. But the referral system still managed to get hundreds of people to not just use the referral system, but also to sign up on the platform and even invest into projects. We saw thousands of dollars coming from people who invested after being referred by a friend, a colleague, or whatever it is. Remember, it's still an opportunity that is out there. Now, the next stage of the RWA Inc. ecosystem, a few different things are happening as we speak right now. The first thing that we have been developing, which is actually done, it's on our development servers and it's being validated, tested, etc., is the SSO onboarding. So the SSO onboarding really means that people who do not have wallets, who are not Web3 natives, they can now come into the platform and they can sign up with a single click with their email. They instantly get a wallet, they can instantly invest, and they can actually use the tokens as normally, send them to exchanges if they want to. And all of this works just with people who are Web2ers. You don't need a wallet anymore. Now, the on-ramp, off-ramp is, of course, also very important because this means, again, that we are enabling the people who are not used to the blockchain or to the way Web3 works. So we are establishing a full on-ramp and off-ramp solution to make it possible for both Web2 and Web3 people to get onboarded in fiat, but also off-boarded in fiat to crypto. All of this available directly on the platform. Remember, we want the ecosystem to be a place where you never need to leave our site to be able to do the things we want you to do. We are also adding pay with credit card or pay with bank to the platform. So not just buying our token, but actually establishing USDC directly into investments happening on the platform. So it's not about a widget where you just can buy our token. This is fully, you can invest by transferring money on a bank to an account, and that money will be possible to invest into projects on the platform, both real estate, but of course also the utility projects that we have live. Now, additionally, we're going to do a massive UI UX overhaul of the platform, completely redesigning this, making it much easier, much faster, much smarter, and also making it able to explain to new users exactly what it is, what the opportunities are, and how to use the platform much more efficiently. All of this happening as we speak right now. The new design is done, it is being developed, and it will be pushed out as soon as possible. And finally, of course, the real estate deals, right? This is what Kevin also spoke about. A lot of traction, a lot of progress on the real estate deals. This is what we really care about. It's our alpha omega right now, is to get those real estate partners onboarded. It does take time, right, guys? Remember, when you work with real estate developers who are like the top 20 or whatever in Dubai or other places, these are not people who makes decisions in a day. It can take months for people to make decisions in this type of play because they're not playing with thousands of dollars. They're playing with millions of dollars if they go into something like this. So remember, we're on it, we're working it, and it is happening progressively in the background. Now, the investor referral system, we said this last time as well. I do think it's still important to remember, we do have a limited campaign only for the rest of this year, where if you refer a friend, a colleague, or something else to the platform, you will be earning USDZ, and it will be paid out at the end of the referral system campaign. So remember, this is a limited campaign, but of course, additionally, every single time they invest on the platform, you get a 20% commission of our commission of any deal, whether it's real estate, whether it is utility tokens. All of this will be possible to get up to 20% off every single time. On the product side, we spoke about it before. The IDO section is done. Private section is done. The trading is done as a V1. The investor referral system is done. We are completing the UX and UI overhaul, and it's coming soon. And the Web2 friendliness on-ramp, off-ramp, credit card, bank, SSO, all of this is coming soon. So be ready for making this platform so much more easy to use, applicable, and fast for new users. On the marketing side, we focused a lot on our launches that we had on the platform because we, of course, want to make sure that our investors get the best possible experience. So we supported both PiggyZell and Backstage as much as we could. PiggyZell went really well. We saw a really good result. Backstage did not perform as any of us expected, but luckily we are now seeing some signs, a lot more volumes, a lot more growth in the token. So a lot can still happen with something like Backstage. We are now focusing heavily on growth on the ecosystem again. So we will talk a lot more about the referral system, making awareness about ourselves, the real estate opportunities, all of that stuff will be our focus for the coming months. And then we will actually develop a new website, which will speak a lot more the language of our focus now, less about utility token launches, more about real estate and the combination of this type of thing in a private investor platform. Oh, sorry. There you go. Sorry about that. AJ, please take over.
Awesome, guys. Thanks very much. So, you guys stole the show. I'm going to wrap it up here with some specs and some details. So obviously we had a couple launches in October, which, one nearly did a 10X. That was fantastic. I'm not going to belabor the point. But Backstage is, now interestingly climbing in interesting spot. Now what about, week after launch? So never say never on some of these things. I think there's a lot of potential up. Obviously, the market's been extremely challenging. I think no one expected what we saw in October. We're now halfway into November, and things are continuing to kind of be sitting on we'll call it on the fence post of what direction we're going to go. Obviously, we're going to keep our eyes out for what's going to happen over the next several weeks. We do have several high potential projects here that are looking to raise in the near future, but with markets being as challenged as they are, we're going to continue to keep our eyes on things. Where I've been extremely focused is on the real estate side of things. We've got multiple proposals out to real estate clients, primarily developers, but there's also some interesting opportunities that we're looking at with property managers as well. We've got new client proposals that will be going out over the next 2 weeks. So we've delivered 4. We've got 6 more that we're looking at, hopefully presenting to clients over the next few weeks. We've had extremely interesting conversations, and the interest level has been extremely high. So every meeting that we've had, we've got requests for follow-ups, requests for proposals, which is a very high hit rate in my experience. Doesn't mean that all of them are going to hit, but that's a very good sign for us. So I think we've hit product market fit with what we're developing. Now is the time to basically kind of put pedal to the metal and deliver on those things. We've also completed our technical product roadmap on the real estate product launch, and product development is finally underway. So it was really important that we got the technical specifications right, because there's a regulatory component to this. If you get that wrong, that can effectively, torpedo whatever you're trying to build when you're ready to launch, if the regulators aren't supportive of it. So the key is to get that right at the early stages, not have to do, product changes, in the middle of the product cycle. So having that finalized is a really important aspect. And now that we're building it, we have a clear path to when it's going to be ready. So we're really excited. I think in the next 2 months, we'll have a really, we'll have a pretty clear understanding of what that market means to us and how we can move forward there. Just some quick numbers on the RWA side. 101 million RWA stake. That's 23%, a little bit more than 23% of circulating supply. That's still over 2.5x industry averages for percent of circulating supply. And then a very exciting thing is coming in 12 days is all of the early investor unlocks end on November 25th. So that's coming. That means anyone that participated in our IDO will be fully vested in 12 days. So we had a big cliff drop off in July. We have the rest of that dropping off in November. So we're really excited about that and curious to see kind of how that looks going forward. But That effectively means that all of our early investors will be completely unlocked, most of which have claimed all of their tokens. Now there's still a small percentage that haven't, but that's a really promising place to be in terms of where the token can go from here.
Cool. Thank you so much, AJ. So here at the end, we will simply wrap up by saying thank you, as always, everyone who joins the town halls, listens in, sticks with us. We know that some people have more patience, some have less, and we fully understand. We want to do everything we can to make everybody happy. We are not sitting still. We're working hard every single day. And I know Kevin and AJ are fully on the real estate stuff. So let's keep our fingers crossed, everyone. We need to see some really good stuff over the next few months, and then a lot can happen. So thank you. Thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you, AJ.
Thanks, everyone.